Okay, and we're back for some extra practice for those of you who needed it. And that's quite all right because certainly doesn't hurt. Remember, this formula is D divided by H, or D over H, times Q equals dosage. I'm starting to think that quite often it might just work leaving the quantity as a whole number instead of as a fraction. But you can play with it, whatever works easiest. For some problems, it might work better as a fraction, but we'll just, for right now, just let's leave it the way it is. This is what the doctor orders, or his prescription. The H is the strength of that drug that you have on hand. So what you have. And then Q is the quantity. Usually, like we said, if it's a tablet or a capsule or something like that, your quantity is going to be 1. But if it's like 250 milligrams per 5 milliliter solution, then that would be, your 5 would be the quantity. For the extra practice, I picked 2 problems. On page 246, there's question 8. And again, this is one that uses a drug prescription label. And it says that the client has a medication order for gabapentin oral solution, 500 milligrams per dose 3 times a day. I jumped down to the bottom, and the question I'm looking for is each dose gives. So I just need to find out what one of these doses is going to equal. I don't need to worry about the 3 times a day. So it says here, well, first of all, what did the doctor order? That's my D, 500 milligrams. So that's what I'm going to write down, 500 milligrams. Now, I need to find out what does my solution say. And it says 250 milligram per 5 milliliter solution. So I'm going to write my 250 here. And then per 5 milliliter solution, that's my times my quantity. It's in a 5 milliliter solution. So times 5. And technically, I should leave the milligrams here also. They do end up canceling out. I'm not sure if I like that method of thinking about it, but that works. 500 divided by 250 is just 2 times 5, 10 milliliters. So what's on that label there, that actually if they need to take that 3 times a day, they would need 30 milliliters per day in 10 milliliter doses. Okay, and then the other problem that I wanted to look at was problem 3 on page 247. I think that's a good problem to look at because what it does is it shows where you not only are using the formula, but you also have to convert. So what it says is that there is a patient has been ordered by the doctor 1/6 grain. So, and they write that, of course, as grain 1/6. That's my D. It's pretty odd looking. So, and the Coumadin is supplied in 5 milligram tablets. 5 milligram tablets. So it's just times 1. I could just leave that, but we have to figure this out now. Well, first thing I need to find out is I want to work with milligrams. I don't want to work with grains. Grains are really weird to me. So I want to convert to milligrams. Luckily, on page 220, there's that good conversion formula chart, and I find out that 1 grain, well, 1 grain is equal to 30 milligrams. So to find out 1/6 of that, I just divide by 6. 30 divided by 6 is 5. And so this really ends up being 5 milligram divided by 5 milligram times 1 is going to equal my dosage. 1 times 1 is just 1. And so I'm going to say 1, and it comes in tablets. So 1 tablet. That's what the doctor orders. And that's how you use this formula, what the doctor orders divided by the dosage you have on hand, And like I said, usually if it's per tablet or capsule, it's just going to be one, so it's not going to affect anything. But if it's in a 5 milliliter solution or a 100 milliliter solution or whatever it might be, then that's where you'd put the 100 milliliter or 2 milliliter, whatever it is, into that part. And then you just do the math. It was interesting that we had to convert and remember how to use your apothecary conversions. So that builds on what we learned in the last chapter. And that's enough for now. Get your homework done, and we'll see you next week.